Were you guys freshmen when we played with the state championship?
Yeah.
Well, the players, our senior players were freshmen the last time we played Portsmouth in the Division III state championship. For a coaching staff, it was a chance of redemption. Not revenge, but redemption. It turned out that our guys showed up to play and played an amazing game.
So basically, just normal play, and I cut, and I sort of planted my leg down, and then when I went this way, Colin, low, he was good tackle, just went low for my legs, and when my leg went this way, my upper body sort of went that way. And then
Last Wednesday, practice was going along. It was a defensive day, as normal. About halfway through the practice, we started to do our live run period, and it was the first play during that period from line of scrimmage. And it was just an inside zone play that Mike bounced outside. He actually made a great move and got tackled. And it wasn't a devastating hit. It wasn't anything that was funny about it.
Pretty upsetting, especially since it happened, Wednesday night. It was just a big blow to the. Should have seen our practice after that happened. It went flat after he got injured. So
it's pretty bad because it's senior year and Mike's worked so hard. To get that starting job at running back, and it kind of freaked everybody out with an injury like that, and I don't know, but it kind of gave our team an even more bigger reason to beat up on Portsmouth and play for Mike, but it was just rough, that whole situation.
So we knew right away it was pretty bad. I had to call the ambulance, call his parents. I was able to go to the hospital with him for just about 4 hours, and he'll be fine long term, but it's heartbreaking because he's worked so hard the past 3 years, earned the starting position, and it's going to be a big loss without him. So that was a tough week last week to keep the kids focused. Yeah. It was and is heartbreaking.
Honestly, it didn't. At first, I knew it was broken, obviously, and it wasn't the pain that was awful. It was just the fact that senior season, I knew right away I was done. So that was obviously the scary thing. All the captains came in, and then other players came in. Everybody was texting me, so it was definitely helped a lot. It was definitely emotional though. They got emotional too. That was you knew it meant something. But
it's heartbreaking. I'll admit I was in tears in the hospital with him. I was in tears all night. I think whether you have a son or not, my wife and I have 4 kids and 3 daughters and 1 son. You can't help but think, as a father, what that would mean to your family and to your son. Mike's good friends with my son Brockton. He's been over the house a bunch of times, and I have nothing but positive things to say. He's an amazing kid, an amazing athlete. It was tough, and I want to make it clear, no matter how tough it was on me or the rest of the team, no one's going through more than what Mike is. But I talked to him that night in the hospital. This won't define who he is. At the same time, it is going to define us as a program if we can pull together and have more heart and drive than ever before. What I meant by, when I said that we needed a why, I think too many coaches are hired for their X's and O's and fired for their whys, why they're coaching the game and why they're there. I think it's the same for players. I think the greatest players have a why. They have something that drives them beyond their natural ability or their work ethic, beyond the game of football. They have something intrinsically that's within them that really pushes them. And this might be our why. And you hate to think that this is why that happened. That's not for us to answer. But this is definitely adding to our heart and our passion for the season.
Pretty significant, actually. We kept saying, let's win it for Mike. Let's dedicate the rest of the season to Mike, who's out for the rest of the season. So, yeah, it was good motivation.
That really hit. I'm not gonna lie. I was in the locker room. He asked me to talk, and I couldn't hold it in. I was getting emotional, but it definitely meant a lot, and you could tell they were fired up.
his trips to one side, and I kind of favored that one side. Right when he turned his head to look at that one receiver coming across the middle, I kind of read his eyes, and just jumped the route. And from there, just ran.
Just because he had to weave his way through so many defenders, and yeah, the thing that I liked about that play the most though was that everyone, like besides Mike, helped to block people and helped get him into the end zone. So it was really like a team play. I just look for whoever's closest to me, and I just try to push him away from Mike or whoever has the interception.
Right when I caught it, the left side of the field was open, and everybody started to wash down to the right, and it gave me a lane to run, and I could see kids peeling back to make blocks. It was awesome.
Yeah, Mike Valis is the type of player that's going to make things happen. You know, and I think the game that he had Friday night against Portsmouth was a great statement, not just for Mike. It was a confidence builder for him. We know he's a versatile player, but to be able to throw a few touchdown passes and to have some great plays like that, he's definitely an athlete that extends what a good play would be into a great play or a phenomenal play. You know, he had 2 picks that night. Both were great picks. One was a pick 6 that really, showed the state, what kind of athlete he is. And the greatest thing about Mike is he understands he's good, but his goal is not to be the best player, but to be the best player he can be for the team and to help us win, achieve our goal, which is the state championship. So it was a great step in the right direction, but we have a long way to go.
I think I've progressed as a quarterback, and but last game didn't do as well throwing as the other game, but running kind of picked it up and did whatever I could, but just keep getting better week by week, and this week definitely look to pass.
Maybe at first, when it first happened, it really hit me like, I'm going to have to step up big, but I just wanted to do it for Mike, and yeah, and it ended up being a great night, so great, I'm going to be honest with you. To do it for Mike, he was sitting on the sidelines, but I just remember running the ball as a little Pop Warner kid, and it just brought me back to those days. So
I love the kid. He's a huge player in a not so big body. He used that to his advantage. Low center of gravity. It was an emotional game for all of us, but for Colin also. Having to step up as the starting running back when his teammate, his buddy, his brother had been in that position. It's a tough way to earn a spot, but Colin proved that he's ready, and that's what good programs need. Is they need guys that when the crap hits the fan, when things don't go your way, will be able to step up and do just as good of a job, and that's what Colin did. He's a playmaker.
Team, and for us to win by 30 against what we thought was going to be one of our toughest challenges of the year, really, it was a really good sign. Yeah, going into the game, I expected a tremendous fight. The outcome was a little bit greater than what I expected, to be honest. Portsmouth is big, they're physical, they're chippy, and they're well coached.
So we knew we were in for a fight. What impressed me the most was halftime. Right after halftime, when they came out in the third quarter and shut us down and got the quick score, that momentum change can be vicious in the game of football. And the resiliency our guys showed to bounce back from that and not hang our heads, and to realize that we're in a fight for 4 quarters really showed a lot about who we are.
Hey, we're going to have our best practice yet. On my way for 2 o'clock. Let's go.